Alrighty then. Welcome everyone to the 31st Weekly Last Played 2 tournament. With me on commentary today is Dracula X. As soon as I undeafen myself, there we go. You there, Drac? That's a maybe.
I am indeed.
There he is. Alright. So yeah, let's just go over the rules real quick to make sure everyone's on the same page and get this started. Alright, so this tournament will be held on FightK2. Please make sure that your username is identical, if not at least very similar to your FightK username. Otherwise, you will cause confusion and potentially be disqualified for that. Kiryu is banned due to SK Boss Syndrome. Lee and Zantetsu's JAC is banned. This is due to all the block infinits and whatnot it causes. No, that's great. Intentionally crashing or soft blocking the game is banned. That should go without saying. And certain coins if the round starts is banned. That's because whenever you do that, the game will drop a frame, and that will screw up a lot of combos and setups, so just don't. Loops are limited to 2 repetitions per combo. If you aren't sure what that means, just don't worry about it. Okade J2 through 6 cancels, and Speedly or Speeds and Air Chains are limited to 2 uses per combo each. This is more to keep those those 3 in spirit with the above rule. And what this means in practice is that you can either jump once with 3 hits, or jump twice with 2 hits each. No macros, turbos, etc. Outside of the simple fight game macros, auto fire is still banned. If I find you playing with an auto fire macro, you're getting the boot. If your net is deemed unplayable, you will be disqualified, and this extends to desyncing due to playing on AAS. So please make sure your BIOS is on the default. Best of 3 rounds per game, timer set to normal, all gaps to default values, and all meters unmasked. There's no real way to change these without causing desync, so don't worry about it. Matches are best of 3 until finals, and then winners, losers, and grand finals are all best of 5. Please wait for your match to be called on stream and whatnot, and remember to check in 1 hour before the tournament starts. And if you do not check in, you will be disqualified very shortly here, as I'm going to go process those. So we can start the tournament. Oh wow, a lot of people joined in last minute.
The more the merrier.
Indeed. Alright. The seeds are shuffled. The tournament has begun. Please refresh your brackets to see who your new opponents are. And starting us off, we have the Samokamo versus Rice. Go ahead and play your match, please. Do you want to watch losers first this week, Drac?
Flip a coin. I'm not partial to one way or the other.
Alright. I'm gonna do that. Alright. Heads will watch it. We got tails. Alright. If you're in losers round 1, just go ahead and play your match. Alright, they're in. Looks like we have Mori Akari to start us off. Alright.
It could be entertaining.
I don't know much about this matchup, to be honest. Say, Drake?
Akari can't really throw fireballs unless he's in the air. That's really all I got.
I mean, I'd imagine 2A is still good. But Moria 5A
Oh.
might punish it if you get a switch.
Yeah, 2A is always going to be good for her. Random jumps are going to get him killed if he confirms the end.
Alright, this could do it. Nope, drops the teleport loop. Tries to reset into throw instead and gets it. And Rice going for a cheeky copy. Samo not having any of it.
That copy makes her top tier.
I mean, you can't super during it, so... For quite a few matchups you start actually losing because the character is the DM. Ooh, big confirm from Samo right there. It's already 50%.
Oh yeah, but she can turn into Moria and Zan and Mikuru, so...
Yeah, but it's on a really short timer, and the teleport itself is really in the middle. There's only like 2 decent setups into it, and one of them is exclusive to speed. Alright, anyways. Samo gets that, finishes off with a throw, taking game 1. Technically, Aegir is the best character in the game, though. They copy from the get-go.
5-5 matchups across the board.
You can't counterpick me! I'll just counterpick you instead. Alright, Rice playing really defensively here despite not having life lead. Doesn't seem to be fishing for confirms either. Not sure if I agree with that.
He's just trying to hit Samo out of teleports and catch him here and there.
2A is a very safe button to catch teleport, I know that much. And also hit confirms into damage if you so choose. Alright, good right confirm.
I think her 4B is faster than any of Moria's normals. So it's just hitting it at the right time.
Alright, Samo's on match point here. Let's start anti-air. And pretty aggressively here, doesn't pan out. Rice getting the command grab. Oh wait, I think that was regular throw. Oh wait. Gets the copy? Nope, never mind.
He whipped one of her talisman moves right into the throw. That was pretty neat.
Alright, 4A. 4A, 2A, my bad.
Rice just needs one good hit here. And
That'll do it. Alright, Rice is back in this. Samo's got meter on deck though, so 50% anywhere. There it is! Going for the easy Fandango. So, not even 50%.
It's hard knockdown, so good stuff. That's a nice 2D anti-air. You don't see that often. It's hard to space it.
Alright, empty up throw. Not the best punish, but it works. Just another tick throw. Just the jump in, fails to confirm. But gets a flash kick later. This could kill.
It's gonna be close.
Ah, not quite. D-Fire could take that, but Samo takes it with 5A.
And the magic pixel.
Alright, Samo takes it. Let's see what our next match is. Also, Rice, unless you were listening to the stream earlier, you can just go ahead and play your match down and lose round 1. We won't be watching those. Alright, So up next we have Dracula X versus Playball.
This should be fun.
Got a chance to play Playball just before the tournament. He's certainly been working on a few of his pockets. So I kind of curious to see who he ends up picking. All right, they're in. All right, we have Speed Washi versus Speed Juzoh. Traditional wisdom would say Washi wins this against Power Juzoh, and I'd assume the same extends to Speed Juzoh. Pretty similar reasons. Mostly just the fact that Washi can play really defensively in this match. It's the headbutts, don't get me afterwards. Drac does need to regain life lead here somehow. Ooh, Playball not even going for regular throw, goes for the command grab. Alright, with steep get around start, that's not good. This Playball pretty nuts. Drac gets in, gives up his turn. Bit of an unexpected shoulder there. Playball wasn't quite ready to option select it. Alright, gets the thick throw, drops the follow up. Playball just fishing for a lot of stray hits here, and it seems to be working. Even the speed, Juzoh trades really well with a lot of things. And also can actually hit confirm off 4A, which is a pretty huge weakness Power Juzoh has. And it's still doing a solid 25%, so clipping someone with 4A is really valuable. Especially with 4A, 5A being such a good edge cancel. Alright, gets the command throw, this could be it! Oh no! I don't think that's even enough to give him life lead. Ah, that was an interaction. Playball takes it. Alright, now Drac's counter-picking Speed Mikuro. A lot of Orthodox speed characters tonight. Alright, picking from Playball there. It's gonna demonstrate the power of the Speed Juzoh sequence. Okay, mix after headbutt. Good deflect, gets the command grab. Drops the follow-up again. Alright, Drac gets the punish, but drops it. Hey. I really gotta study these shoes. Playball goes for the unblockable after headbutts and takes round 3. So I'd imagine this matchup more or less just boils down to the fact that Juzoh is so susceptible to Mikuro's JB everywhere. And dive kick confirms are going to be really scary, but Juzo's got so much more damage than Speed Mikuro, it might not be a confirm, especially considering Juzo's 2C is actually really good in speed, which is a 2-frame low, so crawl pressure is just non-existent, especially on flames. Ooh, goes for the Fandango. Drac blocking, or deflecting properly. Alright, Drac takes it with the command grab, and we're on to another good hit confirm. Drac landing the dive kick, but doesn't have the meter to back it up. pressure. Pitbull finally finding an opportunity. Goes to the unblockable, but Drac not having any of it. Still fails to punish. Good awareness from Playball there. Catching the fake side switch. And taking game 2 in the set.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I didn't want to spoil it, but Playball's been working on their speed Juzoh. It's actually pretty clean.
I just press buttons.
Alright, but up next we have myself versus Gainsburg. Let me just set up the scoreboard and we'll get this underway. This also means it's your turn for solo commentary, Drac.
And here I was going to play my losers match.
Yeah, just wait a minute on that. Alright. Also, I apologize about the background noise. I don't really have a better place to do this right now. Alright, here we go. We're in Drac.
Yeah, I can see it. We got Mercury versus Akimura. Power versus Speed. See how terrible my commentary is today. Normally this matchup is going to be Mercury's favor, but Lemon has some fun shenanigans he pulls to get some wins. So let's see how it goes. So far, it's not going in his favor at all. Gainsburg getting dashing throws. I'm not sure if Akina can really punish that without a guard fix. Don't count Lemon out yet. Might be able to come back from this. He gets chipped out. Gainsburg takes on run. Lemon with his little frame check. Keeps you guessing. It's not the optimal combo to do for nuclear there after a 6C, but it works. I'm catching him with the turtle. One clean hit and either person can win this right now. Lemon wisely teleporting out of the way of that dash grab. And Gainsburg takes match 1. Let's see if Lemon sticks with his guns or swaps over to Lee. This is interesting. Everyone has a pocket Lee, it's the same right here. And we got a nice laggy stage to make things even more fun. Coming with the super quick overhead. Raw Super isn't going to get him anyway. Go and follow up. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Right into DM, that was a massive amount of damage. He could have got a DM right there off that one too. Neat fact, that actually links in speed as well. Off the 214A. Overhead? I went for an overhead there, or went for something, hard to say that, but he got shit out of it. We get some invincibility during the dodge, so if you time it right, you can't hit him out. Nice little air conversion. Still anyone's game. And this little kill. And Gainsburg takes it.
Alright. Those are some really well-spaced dive kicks.
Yeah, that was pretty neat. It's not often you see the B version actually hit in a match, but it's always entertaining. Alright, I'm going to go play my losers match so you can commentate this next one.
Well, on stream, we'll be watching Ardon do Infinito versus Simba 00. Please go ahead and play your match. Alright, they're in. Alright, what's the matchup gonna be? Shigen Habib. Alright. Depending on what mode Ardon goes for, this is going to be a very different matchup. Power. Right. Chances are Hibiki is going to be very heavily on defensive, taking life leak very quickly with a straight poke like that. And then from there, just trying to anti-air him with 5D and forcing a ton of good trades. But once Shigen gets her in the corner, he can do crazy stuff like this. So, overall, I've been told this is a pretty favorable matchup for Speed Shigen. Alright, is the OTG throw. Gonna learn to throw of his own. Has DM on deck, which is very scary, because that makes everything Hibiki lands potentially doing like 50%. Flag spike. These two are pretty far away, so the connection's kind of rough. Yeah, usually more aggressive characters tend to be better against Shigen, so speed would definitely be the way to go. You need to have some really crazy shenanigans in order to actually zone out Shigen effectively with how strong his dash is and how much armor he has on everything. Plus, again, just really high damage, but pretty slow normals. This is the 90s. This was back when you wanted to rush down grapplers. Alright, color confirm. Alright, continuing to poke out Simba a bit. He's going for a lot of really unsafe shoulders. I don't know how I feel about that. Alright, an anti-air DM. I think that's going to take it. Not quite. Hard on blocking that stream, but getting opened up with the command grab at the end, letting Simba take game 1. Yeah, after the shoulder, you always just want to start switch guarding. Because then, if you have even a half-decent jab, which... Actually, Hibiki doesn't have anything, but so... I guess she can't really option select what she can do after the shoulder, I don't think, but... It still puts you in a much better situation since you can just cover the majority of the follow-up to see if you can mash out. You will still be able to beat the A and C versions of command grab. B version has armor seed. Gotta be a bit more careful about that one. Alright, some good pressure from Simba here. Gets another command grab. And still not switch guarding anything, but Simba leaves himself safe. Gets a deflect later from Ardon's drop and confirm. Alright, goes for a meterless B. Does have SDM on deck, so this could kill. Kabuki's SDM is a pretty damaging command grab, but Ardon not trying to take life fleet back. I mean, maybe he doesn't want to commit the resources, but it's not like Hibiki lacks any sort of way to regain life from that situation. Ooh, very cheeky DM there, doesn't work out. Alright, I'm getting a DM confirmed. Now his turn. Just to back off. A long game here. 8 seconds on the clock. Alright, that command grab. I think this could take it. Nope, drops the OTG. But that will. Simba takes the set. Alright. I'm not sure where Drac is still, but I'm sure he'll be done with this match soon. In the meantime, let's go ahead and watch Sam Camel versus Playball. Probably two of the most notorious players here this week. This should be a good match. Alright, they're in. Let's see who they're playing. Speed Moria versus Speed Juzoh. Alright, so this is pretty infamously a great matchup for Moria. And given the fact that one of Juzo's few boons in this matchup is the fact that his command grab does so much damage while punishing teleport, and Speed's command grab is objectively worse, I'd imagine that Speed Juzoh has an even rougher time than normal. Alright, Samuel throwing out a lot of these quick circle attacks, which is a very strong tool to wall out big bodies, because normally the dynamic with Moria's zoning is that he either anti-airs or covers the ground and then has to teleport away if he loses the interaction. But because Juzo's so tall, he can't run in against the C version, which is anti-angle. And as a result, yeah, you can just throw it out pretty freely, and there's nothing Juzoh can really do about it besides armoring. But if his health is low enough, he doesn't even have that. Big Ball putting up a fight, though. Alright, block. It is unsafe on block at closer ranges, so there is that for him. Alright, some good JC pressure from Simba, but decides to sit on life lead instead. Throw. Michael going for Fandango. Samo failing to deflect out of it. Alright, Playboy actually has life lead, so now Samo has to play aggressively. Which is still a bad situation for Juzoh, but not as bad as to deal with Moria's zoning. Ooh, and chips off headbutt. That's a great call. There, Drax.
I am. I just got back on the game. That was fun. We had a double knockout in one round.
Ah, that's why it took so long. Alright. We've got Speed Moria, Speed Juzoh here. Simba's laying down some really good pressure, and Playball's struggling to find a way out. Simba's not really committing to his longer confirms, because frankly he doesn't have to. Push comes to shove, he can always sit on life lead thanks to half circle back, or core circle back C.
Yep. Goes without saying this match is so more difficult.
Yeah, as soon as he gets life lead, it's just over, and he does not struggle to get life lead at all.
Nope.
He's traditionally such an aggressive character, except now he also has the option to play so defensively. Alright, Samo takes it with the straight 5A.
Yeah, man, you can't count out those headbutts. You don't think that last game's coming, you press a button and it hits you for, you know, a third of your health or whatever it does.
Definitely takes some practice to punish it quickly. At the very least, it does a surprise amount of Jeff.
I don't know why I didn't go for an untitled grab like that, but hey, whatever. He beat me, so whatever he's doing is working.
Alright, gets the command grab. Drops the follow-up. Playball is in desperation now, so... well... yeah. If he didn't get a combo, he could have started to abuse Juzoh's DM, which is still really strong in speed.
Oh yeah.
Does a bit less damage, but still an armored anti-air, which... any sort of priority on an anti-air is fairly rare in this game. Usually the best you'll get is a decent disjoint. Good deflect from Playball right there. That's the punish.
Right into a little basic combo. One thing I gotta lab out with Speed Juzoh is if landing a combo like that is more damage or just doing a grab into a throw and the follow-up, or grabbing the back.
Alright, Playball's in desperation. Oh, we might have had a crash.
No, they're still in.
Oh, well, I crashed.
And the match is over. Samo took it with the throw.
Oof.
Oh, hello, phone.
So I guess it's worth mentioning again that, please do not quit please do not quit before you go to the character win screen. If you do that, that sometimes happens to spectators. That's no good. It was a good match, though. Alright. Up next, let's go ahead and stream my match because it's kind of inevitable. Can't play those off stream.
Oh, so you get your match streamed. I see how you are.
Alright. Yeah, up next, it's myself versus Ardondo Infinito. I mean, if you really wanted it, we could play this off stream on principle. But then you guys would just be sitting here for like 10 minutes.
It's fine. I'm just messing with you. Ooh, I got a guru. You might not be able to watch. Well, you might be able to watch it, but I don't know if I can spectate it. I keep doing that. Keep getting some gurus here. I'm just going to take a wild guess that Lemon is playing Akina and Ardon is either playing... Hibiki? I'm going to go with Hibiki. Seems to be the most popular character. And, okay, I'm in now. Yes, I was right, it was Hibiki. And, Lemon's got pretty commanding life lead at the moment. And he holds on to it and takes it on. Dash in 5A trying to catch a jump there. Or 5B I mean. 6B folks. You can land like 5 or 6 of those and you run around. That's 5B anti-air there. Raw Super doesn't get him anything. Drops the last part of that combo. To be fair, it's easy to drop it. Lemon deflects into a 2V. Going for probably some kind of reset. Ardon gets the full confirm there. And right in Fandango, this could kill. And it does. Lemon takes match 1. Don't mind the football game in the background, sorry. Right back into it, no counter pitch.
Again, boo.
Oh, there's the dragon turtle. Live on screen, folks. Draw super again. Might be able to count how many of those happen because it can catch random things. Not sure what I'm going for there, so the next deflect. Maybe he's just bowling him with these anti-airs. You would think that's easy to just deflect, but it's not. So your timing and deflecting in there is only a 4-frame window to successfully deflect something. So. I think this is match point for Lemon. Gets the overhead stagger and gets a nice combo afterwards. One of these days, that raw super is going to hit, and it's going to be glorious. Trying to throw. Let's see if Lemon can take it, or if Bardon gets another shot at him. It's gonna be close. And Lemon takes it with the turtle.
Alright.
Good stuff.
I've been doing the meme tier deflect punish for so long, I forgot what the real one does.
Well, the real one would have just been Fandango there, I think. Maybe?
I know what it is, I just forgot the execution because I've been doing 2B for so long. Anyways, up next we have Gainsburg versus Simba.
You do what works. It doesn't matter off pulling out as long as you get a win, right? Simba,
Get a win? Doesn't matter what you did to get there, so you might as well do the funny bit.
Oh yeah, definitely gotta make it entertaining. And no, Zantetsu is not entertaining for anyone that might be watching that uses him. Unless you do speed and do crazy stuff, then it's entertaining. Actually, I lied. It's fun watching him just annihilate people too.
Ah, come on. Okay, almost. Right.
I feel like I jinxed that.
Alright, well, we're not getting a Zantetsu mirror here, but we are getting a... Holy Shigans. Okay, so it should go without saying, this is an incredible matchup for Zantetsu. Zantetsu's set play is already absurd, and his approach options are just incredible. Plus he's got a 2-frame jab, which Shigen doesn't like very much.
But Shigen has a 0-frame command grab.
That he does, but it can be screwed up by getting crossed up by Slash, so that's not a reliable punish. Combine now with Shigen's big body, and Zantetsu gets another layer to his mix because he didn't have enough already.
There's a saving grace, not really a saving grace, but Shigen's counter super will catch Slash from either side.
That was a really smart kunai from Gainsburg right there. Avoided anti-air, shoulder, hand grab, and in any case, at the very least, Shigen would have been forced to block, and the kunai would have kipped. That was honestly probably one of the smartest neutral kunais I've seen.
Nice. And Simba putting on a clinic at the second, and he gets stuffed back by that one deflect. That's all you need.
Alright, that's gonna take it.
He gets back in and takes the round. Nice.
If Shigen does not lose, this is explosive damage.
Oh no. Oh, that was... I'm gonna say that was planned. Perfect jump in punish right there.
Goes for the overhead version of Slash. Catches the backdash pretty nicely. That was an interesting trade. Alright, Simba going for raw super, not panning out. Gainsburg now has meter, and Simba is unable to guard cancel. Yep, that's safe unless you've got a command grab medium with. No. Yep. Goes for an STM. Not quite enough to kill, but certainly worth the attempt.
Shigen takes it. Or is it Shigen? wonder what the actual pronunciation for that is. I do not know.
Pretty sure it's Shigen. Anyways, moving on into Crimson. Air attack from Gainsburg right there, but drops confirm.
I'm not gonna say lag doesn't really affect Shigen's combos, but won't really outside of the fan combo.
Yeah, both of these characters have pretty loose execution on the majority of their BNBs. Zantetsu is going to struggle a bit more with 2C, 6C. Otherwise, they're not effective. Alright, no.
Dive kick would allow some slowdown. Maybe not. Never mind.
Kind of a bizarre round start option from Simba right there. Probably misinput.
Armors through the 5A and gets a follow-up to the DNA.
Gainsburg dropping to confirm, but picking it back up with an overhead.
I'm not sure if he did that intentionally or just felt like not following it up to get the hard knockdown.
Well, I know there is a really flashy route that might have been cleared that and just dropped it. Yeah, Gainsburg takes game 2. It's the counter pick. None whatsoever. Simba sticking to his guns.
Has Simba been in here before? I don't remember.
I recognize him. Pretty solid champion, though.
Either way.
Goes for an unblockable, not having any of it.
Throws him right out of the overhead animation.
We'll get Santi here.
Unblockable that time.
No respect here whatsoever. He gets the deflect though.
Just a little late on the dash punish. Right over the D1 into B&B.
Whenever you see Zantetsu dash, you should just be blocking overhead. Because he has no low follow-up from that. I mean, the overhead does beat switch guard, to be fair. 50% of scenarios.
Yeah, that's if we would need to a low out of that.
And the third BC of the match, let's Gainsburg set. Alright. Up next, we have Simba versus Dracula X.
Okay.
Oh, they're in, but Simba hasn't updated the scores. Let me fix that real quick. Never mind. Alright. So we've got Shigen Kagami. These characters have some pretty high damage off their basic confirms, and both also have incredible throws for very different reasons. Shigen's throw is just big, smashy grappler nonsense, and Kagami has an incredible dash that basically gives him like a third strike style Kara throw, which makes it super easy to confirm off, well, not confirm, but land off pretty much any block normal. And I'm pretty sure Kagami's dive kick is also at an angle that Shigen has a hard time covering. I think he has to commit to anti-air grab in order to actually hit it. Alright, Dracula forcing a good trade. Gets the dive kick, drops firm. There it is. Goes into DM. Drops the OTG, but manages to turn. Come back enough. Simba gets the deflect. Just piece of seat from Dracula right there. Simba getting a B&B. Alright. Drac takes it with a very solid air-to-air. Kagami's jump arcs are some of the best in the game, so it's very hard to contest him, even though his actual air normals don't have that great of hitboxes in isolation. Besides Jay. Jay is actually just really good in isolation. Simba breaking out the Mori here. A lot of firms on block. Not panning out, really. With a lot of dive kicks, Simba finally finding a punish. Whiffing BCB. Alright, that chase from Drac there. Put himself on match point. Alright, Simba just throwing out a lot of pokes here. Ooh, good frame trap with the DM. Just to confirm. Does he get the OTG? Does not. Opts for OT instead. Back in a throw. What's for breakfast? Whiffed 6B. Simba's landing these confirms pretty consistently considering he's on Graveyard. A really obnoxious thing about this stage. It lags at literal random. If there are too many leaves on screen, it'll drop frames. And they show up randomly. Nice, Dracula taking that with a Snow Overhead STM. Taking the set with it. Yeah, that was a really good SEM.
That is one more match than I expected to win today.
Alright.
Good games,
next is Playball versus myself. Drac, if you would like to have another crack at solo commentary.
I don't believe I have much of a choice, so yeah. I was expecting an Akina, but I'm going with Lee. So this matchup is mostly going to be in Lee's favor, but Juzoh could always throw him out of even simple mistakes if he's too close, because command grabs in this game, just normal grabs in general, are all 0 frame, with the exception of some like hit grabs, like Shagan's form 226 moves. Lemon he's using well, I think he dodged and then using invincibility to blow right through that, but didn't really tell. So Lee's flash kick is a really good move to use too. And Playball takes round 1 with the cheeky headbutt. Air conversion to knockdown. Lee's overhead off of that isn't actually safe, but it's just really hard to punish, depending on who you are. And catching play ball, pushing buttons right there. I'm gonna call them tri kicks. Kind of feeling each other out, seeing what's happening. Play ball with a nice to the point little combo right there. Grab, does get it, gets the follow up. This is the off the jump afterwards. And Playball's just beating him in the air here. And that's not an easy thing to do versus Lee. Lee's got some very, very active jump A and jump C are extremely active normals for him. Jump C is something like 15 frames of active. And then going back to Kade, there will be air fireball. Or going to Kade, I guess, not back. Man grabbing the end gives a good life lead. Drops the DP at the end there. But still gets the round anyway. Just got a range for a 4 at a time, so quick. Hand grab, yeah, yep. Nice raw DP right there. Stuffs whatever button Playball is pushing. Playball in desperation, actually. One gotta be careful. Lemon takes round 2. Match 2. So, match point for either player, and we got Playball going with Zan. And Playball's got a decent Zan, so this will be pretty entertaining. Lemon catching with the raw DP. Flash and the Kunai for all of the meter and damage. Air fireball. And trying to keep him out with the jump back A's. Pretty good normal to throw out in here. Playball did the appropriate punish right there, he was just a little late on it. And this should, yep, air throw, that takes it. Got points for one race. Play ball with the nice B&B right there. Too nice for safety. The ball takes round 2. Sorry about that. Running back in it. Play ball gets deflect right into Fandango. And thanks to Flag on Crimson, drops it. Oh, that could have been a rounding right there. But no one's perfect. And play ball takes the set.
All right. There we go. Yeah, Drac, you want to report your score against Simba?
Oh, I didn't. I thought I did. Apparently, I did not. Report scores.
Alright, yeah, we have the winner of that match, who I can't recall at the moment, against Playball.
That would be me. Before you continue, submit scores.
Alright.
What the? Did it show up that time? Oh my gosh.
You didn't mark a winner.
Yes, I did.
You marked the scores, but not a winner somehow.
Now I gotta fight play ball.
Yeah, go do that.
We have winter finals.
No, we'll watch winter finals after this.
Prolong my torture. Or wait, no, that's not prolonging, is it? I get a run back, maybe.
Alright. They are in. What's it gonna be? Takumi Juzoh again. Back matchup and all. See how this pans out. Alright, so once again, Kagumi's got a much easier time landing his stick throws because his dash is so much better than Juzoh's, but Juzoh's does a ton of damage at that speed. Another notable thing is that most, if not all of the practical stuff Speed Juzoh has is unsafe on hit against Kagami at point blank. So Kagami can play very aggressively in this matchup, and more or less be fine, because Juzoh pretty much has to land specifically like 4A in order to actually tough pressure. Although notably, Juzoh does have the command grab as well, but that's a half circle, so it's a very hard motion to mash out. So it's a lot. It requires a much more lenient window in order to actually punish things consistently with it. And given the fact that Kagami's main pressure tool is 2C, it's really hard to land. Because if you switch guard perfectly, it's -7, and it still whiffs incredibly quickly. Drag gain a good grab here. Gets the deflect, goes for the stylish conversion, doesn't get it, but still opens playable back up with a Rekka. Alright, play ball going back to his guns, switching to a mono. Alright, both of these characters want to stay in the air pretty much constantly, because they've got some of the best air-to-airs in the game. And in the case of Power Kagami to speed a mono, although Mono's JC is incredibly disjointed, Kagami trades favorably with it with JB. So if he can find a chance to actually get a hitbox out, Mono has to use a defensive jump arc in order to actually win the interaction, otherwise they'll trade and Kagami will win it. I could go for 3C there, not sure if I agree with it. Alright, eyeball going for Fandango. Drag, opting to just jump out. Oh! So that's how that goes! Their STMs clashed, and no one is hurt. Drag takes the game with a very clean trade with his JB. Put himself on match point. Alright, play ball again, charge confirm. 5% gone, now has life lead, and Mono can play pretty defensively in this matchup because his defensive angles of JC are really hard for Kagami to contest. Because again, most of Kagami's offensive presence is either in the air and thus air blockable, or it's grab, which does not work against an airborne opponent. So you can just neutral jump JC to your heart's content, much. Again, it is speed, so you have to watch that you aren't trading, if anything, Kagami's doing, but JC has such a massive disjoint, it's not especially common to happen if you run with a defensive jump angle. Oh, just feeling each other out. Triple and a good JB. Working air to airs, Drac baiting the deflect with the dive kick, gets the confirm. Gets the deflect, drops the conversion, that cost him. Play ball again, the deflect, gets the Fandango, does he land it? Yes, he does! Play ball takes game 2. Alright, looks like Drac's considering counterpick, goes to Kaide. This is not an especially good matchup for Kaide, but it's definitely doable. The main thing is that Kaide's 5A threatens Mono just outside of the range of all his best buttons. So then you can just check pop JC with DP every once in a while, and you're more or less set. But the difference is that Mono's pressure and damage is way better than Kaide's, so once he gets something going, that's pretty much it. We can grab some drag right there. He was a little too close to the corner, so the other super would have done a bit more damage. Deflect. Drops the conversion. It's gonna hurt. Right, the ball takes it with a straight jab. One of the better things about Speed of Mono is his empty cancel off 5A. 5A 2A is actually an incredible empty cancel despite its one active frame. Because 5A is completely disjointed. So it's not uncommon for someone to run into its range during the startup. 2A is such a consistent follow-up afterwards that leads into a super conversion. In the X, wait a second, playing speed. Still good, just not as good as I was saying. Anyways, Got going for some pretty aggressive jump arcs here. He goes for an air fireball, play ball going around it, and there it is. Bro drops the conversion. That could cost play ball pretty greatly here. But gets the Fandango. This could kill. There it is. Whiffs command grab for style. Alright, play ball takes the set. Alright. Drac is still deafened. I don't think he realizes that. Alright, anyways. Whenever he gets back on, we should be watching Simba versus Gainsburg in Winners Finals. Speaking of, as we are now in finals, all matches from here on out are best of 5, or first to 3 if you would prefer. Whatever the case, y'all are playing another game. And starting us off with it is the Simba versus Gainsburg. Please play your match. And Drac may be unable to commentate this one. Alright, they're in. Alright, we have Gainsburg on Power Setsuna and Samo on Moria. Alright, this is not a good matchup for Setsuna, to put it lightly. Pretty much the only things Setsuna has going for him are his massive disjoints, which Moria just does not care about because of the way teleport works. Also, Moria's got a better disjoint in half circle back, or quarter circle back, B. Alright, good deflect from Gainsburg right there. Yeah. One thing Setsuna does have going for him, though, is that as long as he maintains life lead, he has the option of throwing out 5As pretty freely, and those will all confirm super for some massive damage. Alright, Samuel's just in range to get killed by throw, and Gainsburg takes advantage of that opportunity. Alright, Samuel gets the confirm, drops the loop. Goes for it again. Only one run. Respectable enough, though. This could be perfect. Not quite. One more point of health. And a big ass 5B will let Samo take the round with a perfect. as soon as Moria gets any sort of life leak, you can just sit on it more or less, because Setsuna is, for all intents and purposes, a big body. So everything we were talking about with Juzoh or Shigen needing to deal with quarter circle back C and being just completely unable to, Setsuna falls in that same boat. So this is a horrible matchup for him, because unlike Juzoh and Shigen, he has no mix. Once he gets in, there is not really anything consistent he can do to open the opponent. Simba demonstrates this with active taking game 1. That bit was a loss. I'll abandon it. Anyways, going to game 2. Gainsburg, not purposely, sticking to his guns, tries around start jump and deflect just a little too early. Only 4-frame window, so it's very hard to deflect stuff like that. Alright, goes for one hit of the jump in, tries to bait Samo deflecting the next hit with his own deflect. Since Setsuna is plus in that situation, it would beat both mashing and someone attempting switch guard, then deflect the dig, which a lot of people like to do. It just didn't work out because Samo wasn't trying to do that. It goes for STM, but Samo not having any of that. Dashes in and throws on reaction. Right. Good anti-air. Gets the confirm. One rep of the loop. It's the second rep of the loop that's really difficult because all of a sudden the motion gets a lot tighter because of command overlap. But still, the first one is very respectable. Alright, Gainsburg waking up and managing to get himself back in the game, but Samo guard canceling to confirm the match. So fun game 2. You got one more still, guys. Alright, are we going to see a counterpick from Gainsburg? He's got to win 3 matches with whatever character he picks from here.
What do you counterpick Moria with?
Zantetsu.
Mikuro.
Or Mikuro in Gainsburg's instance.
Top tier fights.
Fight fire with fire and fire! Alright, ground start, command grab. Gainsburg already getting 50% of his meter. All the S tiers in this game just build so much meter when they're in power. It's honestly kind of ridiculous. Alright, Gainsburg already has a bar on deck, meaning he can guard cancel at will, or do a damage cap confirm off anything. But Samo going for 2 reps per loop. Seems a bit more comfortable with it on flames.
Probably lab it out on this page.
Probably.
So when you drop it on random delays.
Samo has had a history of struggling with Mikuro matchups, so I wouldn't be surprised if he practices on flames just because just trying to prepare for this.
Samo smart there, teleporting behind him instead of just waking up and eating a chip.
Well, match point and has meter on deck. Though Mikuro's guard cancel is not great compared to the other S tiers, it's still definitely something to watch out for, and Moria does still have DM confirms, so any hit here could kill if he goes for a second rep. Nope.
Dash in the grab. This is the dive. This is another dive.
Gainsburg just throwing a lot of dives here, trying to get some semblance of a... Oh! Raw SCM, it'll work.
Raw.
Samo is in range to die to a command grab, or get chipped out by a DM. He's got to play really cautiously. Oh! And in range to get chipped out by that, apparently. Alright, Gainsburg is back in this. Samo once again has meter on deck. Alright, stuck in the blender. Finally finds a way out, but Samo getting his way back in because Gainsburg drops to confirm.
He was just out of range for that second foray there.
Honestly, Moria teleport would not be nearly as scary if he at least teleported into your face. But this confirms that that ranger is so much better than most anyone else in the past.
Oh, that was... I'm not sure if that would have hit or not, but... it would have been pretty cool.
Alright, Samo takes it. Moving on to Grand Finals, while Gainsburg has to crawl his way back to losers. Against Playball, if I'm not mistaken. Yes! Yep. Alright, Playball and Gainsburg. Go ahead and play your match. Best of 5. Alright, so we'll probably be seeing some, maybe some Makuro Amano?
Hard to say.
I doubt Playball is going to play Juzoh against Makuro. That seems
It
pretty
actually
ballsy
seems
for
like
him.
It does seem like a Playball move, though.
Yeah, you're right. By the way, we've got Power Setsuna Speed Juzoh.
Never count him out, man. He can play anybody and make it look good.
Alright.
So this is a wonky matchup.
That it is. Obscure one at that. Setsuna has some incredible anti-airs, though, and Juzoh in general tends to struggle with characters that have decent zoning, which is the one thing Setsuna's actually good at. So, honestly, this is probably a good matchup for Setsuna. Just going back to traditional wisdom. I'm not sure if Setsuna has a consistent way to punish headbutts, though. His jabs are really slow. Right, good 6p.
Grab, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Setsuna's armor is not going to mean anything in this matchup. Juzo's got 0 frame to 10 grab that goes like a character length ahead of him.
Well, in speed, it's actually a way smaller range than power.
Oh, it is?
Oh, yeah. Same with
that. I know.
Same with Shigen. Yeah, you can exploit it a little bit.
Alright, Setsuna's got armor on deck, but once again, not a huge concern if you leave yourself in range for a command. As for an anti-RBC, Playball is not having any of those shenanigans. Instead, begins his shenanigans of Speed Headbutt. Good flag, doesn't go for Fandango, instead tries to reset and gets it. Just run up and deflect the charge super!
That was nice.
Playball style in here. Command grab could take this. Actually, I think literally anything Juzoh lands could take this if he was off it. Alright, and Setsuna's now in chip range for 236, which is really scary, but manages to take it with an air-to-air JP. Taking game 1. Alright, no counterpick from Playball here. Whiffing a lot of JBs.
Make it look good. Yeah, that takes a ton of plus frames.
Yeah, Gainsburg is thrown out that overhead a lot, but it's not like he has much choice. It's the only way Setsuna can even stop the opponent from, it's the only way that he even forced the opponent to get to an option select. And an option select is just a fuzzy guard, so it's honestly, yeah. If you block anything Setsuna does, if you know how to deal with it, pretty much just a combo.
Going for raw super strike right here.
Alright, missed another overhead. One saving grace Setsuna has is that his JB, even if you only one hit, it has so much hit stun, it's literally a hit confirm on its own. You need to learn how to do that. That's for the BC, but play ball deflecting it. Anyways, yeah, you need to learn how to hit confirm off one hit of a jump in with Setsuna. Because otherwise, everything you do is unsafe. Alright, play ball taking that with deflect and Fandango.
You actually can't armor through Fandangos in this game.
Yeah, I know, it's weird.
I think it'd be kind of broken if you could.
I mean, would it though? You can already jump deflect.
Well, I mean,
None of the characters with armor are actually any good. Besides, like, Shigen, arguably.
Shigen could just on reaction 4D if a Fandango goes off in his face and all. If it works.
Alright, Gainsburg doing some by the book stuff here. At least as many books as there are on Sweet Juzoh. I respect it though. Alright, gets the command grab. This could kill. Drops it.
Yeah, kick
It's
him
an
around a
ambiguous
little.
cross-up from Gainsburg rolling forward though. Be very careful about rolling forwards in this matchup because Juzoh's JC is actually deceptively good at forcing cross-ups. And when he's going for meaties against Quick Rise, he's still able to meaty you anyways if you roll forwards. Which includes tick grabs with his command throw, which is not a good situation to be in. Right. Forcing himself into committing to another block string, goes for a raw super, doesn't pan out. I don't know how all of that whiffed, but it did.
Just in case you know.
That's the OTG after throw, that's actually pretty tight. Gainsburg going on the aggressive. I don't know how I feel about that when he's got like
2, 3, 6.
Right, 6B. The Insta gets deflected. Goes for a meaty BC, lands it.
Oh.
Well, that's that's a punish, all right. Playball takes game
That
3.
was, he had held that DM for like any more amount of time, he would have ate it.
Let's just pretend for a minute that I wasn't capturing my cursor all tournament.
I'm good at pretending.
Alright. Both of them just trained some blows here. Gainsburg finally getting a tick throw. Which is not very easy to do with Setsuna, and just as unrewarding. Still enough to give him life lead though. If he plays his cards right, he should be able to, or just take another throw. Alright, gets deflected Fandango. Drops the vendor.
I don't know who got it. I'm gonna say, yep. It's a draw.
Yep. Alright, that put Playball on match point here, actually. And neither of them have meter on deck. The difference is that one of them actually needs it. Alright, Gainsburg lands a pretty clean anti-air though. Both of them pushing a lot of buttons, punching each other for it.
Satsuna's light uppercut there is actually really good in a lot of matchups. It can't be air parried or it can be air parried, but it can't be air blocked. And it hits almost up behind his head, so it'll catch cross-ups and stuff too.
And with it, Gainsburg takes game 2. This is anyone's match. Alright, that was a really good bait from Gainsburg, actually. Not sure if throw was the right answer, but it worked. Alright, maybe we'll go for some gimmicks. Gainsburg not having any of it. Alright, some good pressure from Gainsburg here. Put himself in desperation. And SCM is not very useful in this matchup, but regular DM is very valuable, especially now that Playball's in chip range. But instead decides to close it with a 3C. Gainsburg is now on match point, and has meter on deck to boot.
Skip out situation 3C into 214B is parry.
Alright, good anti-air DM from
I knew that would hit eventually.
Gainsburg calling out Playball for staying in the air all match. On desperation, any hit could kill. Gainsburg going for the command grab, drops the conversion.
I'm not sure why he's not going for the DM follow-up to that.
And Gainsburg takes it with a 2C on reaction to the dash by the looks of it.
That was a nice 6B right there.
And to close everything off, we have Gainsburg and the Samo Camo in grand finals. As this is a double elimination tournament, Gainsburg will have to win 2 sets while Samo Camo only has to win 1. Alright. Let's wait for them to get in game. Alright, they're in. Alright, who's it gonna be? We got Setsuna. We got Makuro. Does Setsuna have any way to deal with crawl pressure? All?
2C, 5C.
That's what I thought.
Like 5C into 214B or 266A or 2
Like, even throw isn't that worthwhile.
Jump. And then you might just need a 5B, so who knows.
Alright, Simba laying down some pretty good pressure here. Already got a bar on deck. Any hit could kill. That could be it. Opts for the meatless version instead. Goes for the tech chase. And Flames lets him do that on reaction. It takes round one. Very convincingly. Good deflect from Gainsburg. Falls into the 5C. Might have wanted a 2-6 after that as well, but dropped it.
Hard to tell.
Yeah, if you don't go out of your way to practice a lot of Flames, you're gonna drop a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I forgot 2A will probably stuff a lot of crawl stuff. Just doing it raw.
Simba laying down these tech chases. Makes game one. Alright, no counterpick from Gainsburg. Trying to make this matchup work. See if he finds a way. Let's do a stagger pressure.
You're just gonna have to outplay him.
Alright, good command grab. Cancels to see the anti-air throw. I might have wanted... I don't know what he would have missed, actually.
Maybe armor.
Might have been armor. Armor would be very valuable in this matchup. Because that's just enough to let Setsuna get out of the girl's forward pressure. And more importantly, he can start throwing heavier buttons in response to crawl, so Samo's forced to use command grabs more often. Which, although strong, is quite unsafe if you call it.
That's just Mukuro's normal grab. That's just stupid.
Oh, right. I keep forgetting that.
It doesn't matter, his command grab's also stupid. It just takes longer and you prolong your opponent.
Yeah, they're both really good.
Torture by using it.
They're both good. They both do damage.
Good parry right there. You can get a lot off of it. That was a really weird exchange.
Right. Has to win 3 games in a row with Setsuna now. And already taking the first round quite convincingly. 3C might be the strat. Seems like Samo's struggling to find an answer for it. That's another deflect. He seems to be matching it out. He's always getting the auto follow-up. Surely that's not optimal, is it? He's got to be able to 5A.
Yeah, I'm very pretty much everything.
Alright,
It's probably,
Samo's on
it's
tournament
probably
point.
just mashing. Like a lot of times guard cancel, they just do the knockback because they're usually just mashing the motion to really get it. Stop checking in the air.
Alright, gets another deflect, sets up armor this time. Actually, ends up letting Samo get a better punish on that tech chase. Good awareness by Samo, letting him take the tournament. Alright. That was some good stuff. Oh look, it fits perfectly. Funny how that worked out. Alright, anyways, thank you everyone who participated, and thank you everyone who watched.
Thank you everyone who put up with my terrible commentary.
Yeah. Next week I won't be hosting one of these because I'll actually be hosting the event for Heritage for Our Future. I'll put the challenge page in the announcements on the Discord again. So go check that out if you're interested in Last Blade. It's for a good cause, and it'll do the scene good. Anyways,
Thank you.
hope to see y'all there next week. Have a good night.